So, dear Dharma friends, during this time period, we able to have some time and observe ourselves and practice this meditation for a while now. So you can be happy you spending this time period to make some profitable to yourself to understand this life. So when it come to life, the most important thing is the self-realization. When the Buddha attained to the enlightenment, the main thing that he mentioned, this life is full of suffering. Why that suffering arise like that way? Nothing wrong with the world, because we take all the perceptions, we take this everything in a wrong way. What is the major wrong things that we keep doing? We claiming this body as me, we claiming this mind as me, we claiming this all the emotions as me, we claiming this all the needs as me. But it is not like that. This body and this mind and arise according to necessary conditions in that moment. And the whatever the food you eat can change the nature of your body and nature of your mind. Whatever the people we associate, whatever the things that we watch, whatever the thoughts that we start to think can change this everything. Then you have to understand that claiming this body as me is one of the major mistake that we keep doing. But in the surface level, as ordinary people, it is okay to take like that. But in the deeper level, when you look to end this suffering, you have to recognize the very nature of this body. To recognize that, that's why we keep doing this kind of meditation practice. Why? Because that will help us. It's like we cannot see our own eyes, but we can see the entire world around us through these eyes. Same like to see ourselves, it just looking outside we cannot understand us. So that's why little by little we trying to observe and recognize. That observing and recognition slowly will take us to a place to recognize that everything arising itself and disappearing itself. It's very subtle, it's very sharp. Sometimes you need to have a very clear mind to recognize that. So otherwise you hold it as you. So mainly we hold this body as me. And so as example, just think, sometimes people get hurt, and then they say, I got hurt. So you say I. Who is that I? Only your, maybe somebody said something, some idea, and because of that idea you got into wrong view. Maybe that wrong view you start to hurt you, and then you say me. Is like you representing this entire body. And sometimes you get angry for some reason, maybe for a right reason or wrong reason, so whatever. But that anger, one thought arise in your heart with the necessary conditions in that moment. But how you mention it? I get angry. So who is this I? You represent in this whole body. But it arises with the one thought. In that condition, if you change that thought, that the I going to disappear. So like that you have to go deeper to recognize this nature. And even the you take some vegetable and you eat it, and then you feel good. So that vegetables make that feeling good. And then you say, how? I feel so good. So how it is possible? Because you forget that vegetable then. So like that, whatever the perception come to our through this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and once it go inside, we don't see that inside mechanism, what is happening inside, and then we say, me, I am, but it is not you. So that is what you have to understand slowly, little by little, little by little. And what is in your mind? What is in your head? Maybe sometimes whatever the people keep talking, and sometimes whatever the people keep doing, and they even don't know why they're doing that. They do that according to necessary conditions in that moment arise, whatever. But when you become conscious, deeper understanding, recognizing inside you what is happening, with that recognition you start to be aware what kind of things happening inside you, and then with that awareness you create a life, and you start to bring your bodily, verbally, mentally actions with mindful moment, and that make you more clear. That clarity it itself will take you to freedom. That clarity itself take you to happiness, tranquility state. So otherwise, if you look for happiness from this outside world, you're not going to reach it. Why I say so? Because in this entire human history, we have seen, and the people cannot get it like that way. Even conquering this entire universe with this outside world, we cannot get it. Genghis Khan is one of the great king who conquer half of this world. Alexander the Great conquer half of the world. King Asoka Empire conquer half of the Asia. But still, what finally they told, what they said, even you and me not conquering that that one purchase of the land sometimes, but that time people used to believe the conquering land is the important thing, then it is only second than the heaven. And if you have a little bit land and you complete your mission as a human being, that's why when you when you own the land, still people say landlord. You become lord in this earth. Why? Because you have a piece of land. So, but still, even though you conquer this half of the world, you cannot get into this inner peace. That is what tells our ancestors. So then you have to remember that struggling with this outside world is meaningless. Having a conventional life and representing your duties, it's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, holding this anything as you, even holding this your body, even holding your hair, even holding your nail, even holding your finger, even holding this one teeth as you is ignorance. That is where the suffering starts. That is the seed. But if you take out that seed, the whatever this outside situations never going to hurt you. So then remember, the suffering start with the wrong view that we having, not regarding the world, the wrong view regarding ourselves. What is the wrong view? We start to believe this body as me. But if you look deeply, your body depending on inhalation, exhalation. And that is what happening. When the inhalation, exhalation not happen, you cannot have this moment. That's why during this time, this coronavirus time, and in hospitals, that the people having this breathing problem with their lungs. And so when the people cannot take breathing, then they put into machine, and if the machine also cannot keep doing it, then they die. So that's mean what? Your life belong to breathing. So then, my dear friends, forget about anything. If you become worried, sad, unhappy, it's okay, but still remember, during that time when you become worried, before you get into that worry, unhappy, sad, just take a moment and think, are you breathing? If you are breathing, that is the most beautiful thing that can happen to you in this very life. So then become happy. Why? Because you have the highest. Why you forgetting that highest? Because of this minor situation. So appreciate that, get into that. So otherwise, we just looking this outside world and forgetting ourselves. We never going to reach to anything. That is what our ancestors tells us. So even yourself, you no need long Dhamma talks, you no need the sutras, you no need any kind of guru come to in front of you and put the hand and on your head and initiate you. Look at your own life. It will tell you beautifully, this life is not belong to you. Even not only your life, your husband, wife, children, friends and families, in front of your eyes, they always changing, without seeing that change. If you start to claim, this is me, this is me, this is my, that is what called ignorance. That ignorance is the reason to have this all the difficulties, all the unhappiness. So once you take out that ignorance, remember, even you, whatever the situation happen, wherever you go, how long you live, how many times you come here, and your life not going to become suffer. You start to get knowledge to go through situations without getting hurt. That is the beauty of life. That is what called living. So then you have moment to experience. So then remember yourself as a human being. You have that mental quality as a human being. You have that power inside you. So use it, apply it. That is the meaning of living. Experience it. So then, rather than just dreaming and looking for something that you cannot get, and you spending your time, and when you lose your time period, you cannot get it anymore. So then, one inhalation, one exhalation one day going to tell you are going to end your life. It doesn't take too much time. It take only more than 1 second. So then remember, before that time come to you and experience this beautiful life. Experience yourself around you. And most of time what is happening for us, we just reflect, we go with the reflection and we cannot find the original source. So there was a man, the hunter, he went to jungle, and while he doing hunting, and one day he got so tired little bit, and then he sat under a tree. So next to that tree there was a lake, and the very beautiful lake. So this hunter was resting, and then he looking the water, and he saw the water is so calm, relaxed and crystal clear. And then he saw something shining inside that water, and he looked, it is a kind of like a precious diamond or gem. It's so shining. So with the great effort, he jumped to the water and started to grab it, and he couldn't find it. It disappeared. And he started to thought, this is kind of like the something mysterious. And he came back again and settled down a little bit himself and let the water to settle down, and then again he started to see that diamond shining inside the water. And again he jumped. He couldn't get it. So then what he did? He started to take out this water little by little, little by little, little by little, and in that path. And then still in that muddy, he couldn't find this diamond. He got so tired. Then again he was waiting there till the water filled to that area. When the water filled and when the water settled down, again he started to see that diamond shining inside the water. So during that time, suddenly there was a monk appeared, and that monk, hermitage monk, practicing meditation in that area, and appeared and asked, "Oh my dear friend, it looked like you are so tired. So what is happening?" So he got scared to tell about the diamond. Why? Because this monk can get it. But still, he knew the nature of this hermetic monk, meditative monks, forest monks, and he somehow explained what happened. And then the monk started to observe the water. And then the monk saw inside that water there was a diamond shining. And then monk looked at the tree, top of the tree, and then there was a bird nest, and in that net, so this diamond was there. So then the monk told to this hunter, "Okay, climb the tree and search that bird nest, and you will get the diamond." The hunter didn't believe, and he climbed the tree and he found the diamond top of the tree. So our life the same. That we look the happiness, we look the success, we look the comfort. This outside world keep chasing, running. And because we see it, and we see it is there, and other people say, "Oh, it is there, this is there," and we keep following what others say. But my dear friends, the real happiness is inside you, and the real comfort is inside you, the tranquility state inside you. So then remember, whenever you have time, just a little bit sit and start to practice. Why? Because just by praying, asking, believing, thinking, dreaming, you cannot go into that. There is a way that you have to go. That is the way that Buddha mentioned as teachings. So then yourself give a try. And I know in your life, and personally yourself, you have tried a lot of things in your life. So just give a try for this also a little bit. It is for you. It is worth for you. And you will see, rather than going here and there and conquering the half of the world, just sitting yourself, closing these eyes and shutting down your ears and disconnecting this all the senses and observing yourself, just the inhalation, exhalation, and you get into the foundation of tranquility state. In that foundation you feel the completion, you feel complete. In that completion you find the real tranquility state and the real happiness and the real satisfaction. With that satisfaction, with that tranquility state, with that completion, what is happening? Your mind start to become complete. In that completion, you come out of this ordinary life you come out of this ordinary sensual life, and that is where your liberation, your transformation, your enlightenment happening. So just give a try. As a human being, it is something beautiful to try yourself. So I hope this will help for you, and with this good practice, I wish upon everyone, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful, may no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you, may you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. May everyone stay healthy and safe, and finally may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi dīgāyuko bhava. Ettavata ca ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhūtānumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattānumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.